You are like a person who plays the harmonica because they blow in and out and make sounds. Am I right? That's how people play the harmonicas. They blow in and out.
Yeah, that's
They
me.
make harmonica sounds.
He's a professional blower.
Do you play the harmonica?
No, but I am a professional blower. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, jeez.
And we're rolling.
We're rolling.
We're recording, people.
Yes.
Welcome.
This is Hannah.
And Calista.
And Sarah.
Hey guys, this is editing Calissa popping on to say hello, and I wanted to give you guys a little update on this particular episode. If you are interested in just hearing about the Pitt, which is a new medical TV show on HBO Max, we kind of go over that starting at 32 minutes. So if you want to jump ahead, I'd highly recommend watching this on YouTube at 30 Crying and Trying, because we put pictures of the people that we're talking about on the YouTube channel so that you can follow along a little easier. If you have not watched The Pitt, it is an excellent TV show. It is a medical drama from an ER in Pittsburgh, and we're all in love with it. So go watch it on HBO Max and then come back to this episode and listen in at 32 minutes and tell us what you think. Otherwise, here is your regularly scheduled episode, and thanks for listening.
And we got a few topics that we want to talk about. We're going to talk about the Grammys and then this new show that we're all watching. We're going to start with the Grammys. What did everyone think? Did you watch it?
I watched enough highlights, and Craig has filled me in because Craig watched it.
I watched it.
Yes.
Sarah?
I've seen a few things here and there.
So you highlights.
Yeah, about like 2 things.
And Calissa, I know you weren't here when me and Sarah were talking about Vegas. Mm-hmm. And I was saying I'm over award shows. I think they're they're bought and they're paid
Rigged.
for. It's rigged.
Yep.
And with the Grammys, everyone saw it.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, this is so rigged.
Yeah.
Because specifically, this is the one I was surprised about. Beyonce won
Yes.
for Best Country Artist. And even she, if you look at her face, when she's like,
Was that
what?
for the country one or her album?
It was,
Country
was it album of the year?
Best country album and then album of the year she won.
Okay, so I think it was her Best Country album, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's what it was for, that
It
I'm
was for
thinking
that,
of.
But either way.
I can't recall which one it was specifically, but I was like, what?
Yeah. Because even if you, okay, so let's talk about album of the year. So Billie Eilish, yeah, go ahead and pull it up. Billie Eilish's album has been streamed like
Billions.
literally a billion more times than Cowboy Carter.
Which her album would have the Barbie soundtrack songs on it, right?
Yes.
And like, right?
Was that a single?
I don't think so.
Oh, that wasn't on there?
Birds of a Feather was
Okay,
definitely
sure,
on
sure,
there.
sure.
I'm so over that song,
I'm the
though.
greatest.
I don't know if I know that song.
Yeah.
Birds
Am I the greatest?
Yeah, no. I know Birds of a Feather. That's all over TikTok all the time.
It
Yes.
is, and I'm just over it.
That's a nice water
Oh,
bottle.
thank you. I like the color.
Yeah,
Is that a
I'm super
Roommate?
yes, I'm super into purple lately.
love that. I love green. Obviously.
You guys are funny. Record of the year. So she was up against the Beatles,
What?
Sabrina Carpenter, yeah,
Oh, Sabrina Carpenter. I could see that.
Charlie XCX,
What?
Billie Eilish,
Yeah.
and Good Luck Babe, Fortnite. Oh, this is a record of the year.
Record of the year. So the record is like the one song.
Oh, this is like their
Yes.
singles.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Single
What,
of
what,
the year
Kendrick
is pretty
Lamar
much-
what
won
was her
it.
single that was up for?
Okay, album of the year.
This
She
Ain't
was
Texas.
up against Andre 3000, which I've never heard him.
Who is that?
He was like huge in the 2000s.
Okay, keep going.
Sabrina Carpenter, her short and sweet album. Brat, Charlie XCX.
Who's Brat?
Brat. It's green.
Remember? Everyone
green
was doing
album.
that dance.
Yeah.
I watched the apple fall from the right to
I thought
the
that was
core.
I thought that was Charlie XCX.
Yes, that is.
Then what's Brat?
That's her album.
Oh.
It's
That's
a
the
Brat
album.
summer.
Oh,
Yes.
see, I don't know what that
Oh,
means.
Jacob Collier,
I don't know who that is.
Hit Me Hard and Soft, Billie
Yes.
Eilish, Chapel Rowan, Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess.
I don't know how that didn't win.
I know.
I'm so surprised.
All she got
And
was
the-
Best New Artist, and it's just like she deserved so much
She
more.
Wow.
and Taylor Swift's Tortured Poets Department, which I actually liked.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Taylor went away with nothing.
Yep.
Billie,
I'm okay with
Which
that.
which I was
I was
surprised.
I was surprised because
by.
she's always got
She's always
something.
won
Yes.
something. Yeah.
something, and but Fortnite wasn't going to be it.
It's Fortnite.
Fortnite
With
is
Post
her
Malone.
main release.
Oh,
It was with Post Malone.
Yeah. For a fortnight there we were forever running to time. I didn't understand what it meant.
a
And
fortnight
I'm
is
a-
like 2 weeks.
Yes. No,
I was
I
thinking
understand
the
what that meant.
Oh.
But like the whole song put together, like for a fortnight there we were forever running till we sometimes ask about the weather.
She's just rhyming stuff.
Yeah. It
Run
was
until we
my
ask about the weather.
least
Maybe that means they don't know each other very
favorite
well.
song. It was my least favorite song on the album.
Oh,
And it was nominated for a Grammy.
wow.
It's the only song she released from the album.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I need to just not talk because I don't know what is going on.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know any of these. I don't know any of these people. I don't know any of these songs. I'm sorry.
Sarah.
I'm sorry. Also, that Kendrick Lamar song, I saw that it won, and that's the one where he was talking about Drake, right?
Yeah.
Never heard that song,
not-
but I was glad that he won.
You've never heard.
I've not heard this song that I can remember off the top of my head.
Gosh.
It's not like, oh yeah, I've heard that song. But
Where
I'm
would
sure
I
if I
even hear it?
heard it,
Everywhere. TikTok
Where?
was using it all the time.
play it then.
Honestly,
Not like us. You've never heard
don't
it?
play it on here. We'll get copyrighted.
Oh
but
yeah,
They
that's
not
right.
like
We
us.
can play it
They
afterwards.
not like us. I can't say half of the
yeah,
lyrics.
they say a certain word
Yeah.
a lot. I feel.
Yeah, I heard Drake lost the Grammys. Are you up to date on that beef?
What does that mean?
He's
lost the
canceled.
Grammys?
He's canceled for
He's
sure.
totally canceled because of the song that Kendrick did.
He
He had,
literally
like,
won
every-
a beef song.
Yeah,
Like he was
Yeah,
shit talking
I heard. That's what I heard.
yeah.
And
That's the
he
only
won a
reason why I
Grammy.
know that song exists.
And so that
I heard
everyone's
it
like,
used.
nobody really loses the Grammys, but Drake lost the Grammys.
wow.
We're just gonna see the downfall of like everyone that was with like P. Diddy and then like all the
I hope
other
so.
like
Yeah.
nasty people that are just like
I hope so.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
yes. So Beyonce won and then everyone was like, remember that rant that Jay-Z made last year? And it literally sounded like a parent going to the school like, we put so much donation into this school and our kid's just getting benched. Like if you continue to do this, we're gonna pull our donation.
Yeah.
That's very much what Jay-Z was sounding like when he was ranting like, my wife has so many nominations. She's never won Record of the Year. Some people deserve it. Some people don't. Like he was making that rant.
I would say she doesn't deserve it because literally I never hear
Frank
anyone talk
Sinatra
about.
has 11 Grammys. Judy Garland has 2. Britney Spears has 1. Beyonce has 13. Like, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, I mean, Britney Spears is kind of influential. But, like, past time, like, Frank Sinatra and Judy Garland, like, they don't have near
Yeah.
the amount of Grammys. But they are still,
Timeless.
they're timeless.
Yeah.
I would never put Beyonce in a timeless category. I'm sorry.
Yeah. She would have been, but
I don't see how.
And she's
personally,
going
but-
to call that a racist thing that she didn't win.
So I
Why?
feel like this is because The Weeknd, he was going to boycott the Grammys because he felt like Black artists they weren't winning anything. Because this was when Kendrick Lamar lost to Macklemore. Do you guys remember Macklemore for
Oh God, yeah.
Rap Album of the Year?
Yep.
Yeah.
Macklemore won. People were pissed because
This is like when Eminem came on and everyone hated Eminem because he was white in the rap
Yes.
scene.
no one hated Eminem.
Yeah, who was that guy that had that huge beef with Eminem? And was it Dr. Dre?
Drake. It was
No,
Drake.
Dr. Dre, wasn't it?
No, Dr. Dre is who he like.
That's his producer.
Yeah, that's his
Well,
producer.
who am I thinking of? Maybe it was Drake. I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
you
had,
do
like-
need to be quiet.
Yeah, just shut your mouth.
Sorry.
No. Drake tried saying he was the rap god.
Yes.
Okay,
And then
'cause
everyone's like, no, look at Eminem.
Didn't Eminem make a beef song about somebody?
He did. Mariah Carey.
No, somebody else. It was another rap guy, I thought.
I thought it was Drake too.
I don't know.
I don't think it was Drake.
don't know
Because
enough
Drake
about rap
invited
stuff.
him to his concert and like was bowing down to Eminem. Like, no, this is the go. I was just joking, guys. Like,
But yeah.
so The Weeknd, he's like, I'm boycotting the Grammys because
Black artists aren't winning.
they're not winning. Yeah. And so then the Grammy person came and he's like, we heard that The Weeknd was boycotting. So what we did is we got more people of color. We've got more women. And so that's what he said. And then it seemed like Beyonce was winning and The Weeknd came back and did a performance. And I'm like, okay. So why I just like with Jay-Z making his rant. It's like if they make a rant, they're gonna get what they want.
Yeah.
And then award shows are just not
Yeah.
Like of the
respectable.
people.
Yeah.
They're just
But Beyonce specifically, she's like, Black women are not welcome in country. And
which is so untrue because the CMAs like I don't know.
But that's interesting because don't you remember T-Pain talking about how like he was afraid to release country, like put his name on country songs that he had written. Don't you remember him talking about that? We talked about it. So yes, you do.
Okay.
I know for sure that we talked about it during our T-Pain episode. That we talked about specifically how he was like, he writes under a pseudonym when he writes country music because he felt like he was unaccepted in the space as a Black person.
I know
We talked about
Mickey
that.
Mickey Guyton. I don't know how to say her last name, but she is a Black country female artist, and she said she talks openly about how difficult it is and how what's the word? Slighted she feels.
And I could see that.
Yeah.
I just remember watching the CMAs not too long ago, a couple years ago, and they had like a bunch of Black female artists, and the song was called "My Hair" or something. It was like a really pretty song for like an anthem for like Black women and their hair.
Oh,
And I was like, why is this in country? Like everyone should be hearing this.
yeah. I don't know. I'm not.
It was like yeah.
I'm not really a country
No, I'm not
stan,
either.
so.
So
People who follow country closely, I would really like to hear your take on this. Like, legitimately, I want you to comment on the Instagram and say stuff about country because we don't know that much.
Yeah.
I feel.
2000s country was the best.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like late 90s, early 2000s. Absolutely. 100%.
And then I hated. Oh, who was that one duo? I just couldn't stand them.
Oh, the two guys with the long hair.
I think so.
Not Brooks and Dunn. Brooks and Dunn?
No,
not Brooks and Dunn,
not
not,
Brooks and-
Montgomery Gentry.
No.
The Florida Georgia line.
Yes, that's when things started going south.
And I'm like,
you
what
never hear about them anymore.
They broke up. They went their separate ways, and I'm like, thank God.
They were
Cashed
kind
out.
of, weren't they a little,
They were techie pop.
Yeah, they
country.
were. But I thought they were controversial for some reason.
Oh,
Didn't
I
they,
think
didn't
one
they
of
have
them
some
was.
stuff
Did they
come
get
out about
canceled?
something? Yeah, I thought.
The one, I think.
I
was
thought for
Sans-
something, but I don't remember what it was.
I'll have to do some research
Yeah.
and put it on the Instagram stories.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just don't feel like country music would be like that. Because remember, who was that kid with Billy Ray Cyrus? And it was like the #1 song.
Little X Nas.
Yes.
Yes.
Is that what his name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he claimed that that song, or the country wouldn't accept that song.
Yeah.
So then Billy Ray jumped on it, and
Yep.
then it was like #1 for how many weeks? And then
Gonna take my
Horse to the old town road.
Carver
Ride
loved that
till
oh
song.
my gosh, it was like a little kid anthem.
Yes.
Because all these little kids were just freaking out.
Calvin
every-
loved that
Yes.
song.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it was good for like a couple plays, but then it was just overplayed, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, and then what happened? He didn't continue with country, did he? He
No,
did his own. He
he-
did something else after that.
Totally flipped the switch.
Was that why? Because he had a hard time breaking into the country scene, and he just
I don't
was
know.
better
There's like a
accepted
lot
in
of theories
rap,
about
or-
it, like
okay.
too many conspiracy theories about it.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just don't feel like people. I just feel like Beyonce would have been accepted, but like the music just did not sound country.
No, I
'cause
heard a song that somebody
spaghetti.
did. Yeah, yes, and it
is
was
it?
literally just her rapping.
I ain't got no shooters, but I got bang bang
Yeah, I don't get it.
with
How's
a
that
snap on my
country?
fingers. I'm Thanos.
Yeah, I don't get it.
That's a country song, but it had Shabuzi in it. I like Shabuzi,
What's that?
the guy who sings the bar song. Someone on some whiskey. Me and Jack Daniels have a history. Come on, Sarah.
You know that song.
You know it.
I don't know that song. I'm sorry.
me up another shot of whiskey.
Me and Jack Daniels have a history. It's so good. Oh my.
Good
Oh,
Lord.
gotcha.
Yes.
I only know that
There we
one
go.
part because I've heard that one part on TikTok.
Yes.
That's
Gotcha.
Shabuzi, and he
Gotcha.
was in that song with Beyonce, and I'm like, this is like a pretty good song. This was before like the
Okay.
Grammys, but I was listening to it, and I play it at the gym. But I'm like, this doesn't sound country, but I like the song. Not country.
I feel like if you take the labels away, it's easier to look at music. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
is this a country song? Is it not a country song? It really doesn't matter. Is it a good song? Do you like the tune? Do you like the lyrics?
Yeah.
You know?
And then so I'm wondering, like, should we just get rid of labels in general? You know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
because I don't think they have like a queer group, you know, but I feel like we're kind of getting to that.
What do you mean?
Like artists who are like out there
Okay.
and like want to make songs for like, you know, their people. Like, why isn't there a category for that?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Like,
Like, you know, Chapel Rowan, she's
Yeah.
like pretty,
Be like the David Bowies of
yes.
the world.
The androgyny.
Yeah, kind of.
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
Lady Gaga androgynous?
I would say she was for a while.
But now her new look, she does look like she's.
more femme.
I haven't seen her for a long time.
She's got black hair now.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Black hair and micro bangs.
Yes.
Ooh,
Like,
I
it's-
Haven't you been
that.
watching the Glam Bots?
What's that?
Who are you?
I don't
Sarah.
know what that is. I'm sorry.
But
The
like-
Glam Bot is when the guy with the big curly hair. What's his
oh,
name?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And they do,
And
like-
they like do a turn.
No, I didn't see that. I
And
didn't
it's
see
got that
hers.
one girl who does this.
Should I be Googling this later?
Oh my gosh, I'll send you a couple good Glam Bots.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
But like, there's so many like, not a whole lot of categories for like a lot of this stuff. But I'm like, pretty soon we're gonna need like a queer category,
A gay pop.
a gay pop.
Yeah.
K-pop. No, you can't do that because they're Korean, right? So it wouldn't be.
K-pop.
Yeah.
There can be a category, right?
Well, they're not American, isn't it? For American artists only,
I don't know.
we
or
listen,
music that's released in America.
we listen to that music.
Okay, I
Some
don't know.
people do.
I don't know anything about.
I think
the
her name's
Grammys.
Lisa.
Who's Lisa?
A Korean-
All right, I'm gonna just shut up. And you guys talk.
But I'm like, maybe we should open up more categories.
Yeah.
But then that's what Sarah said for the Vegas episode, and
What'd
I'm
I
like,
say?
that would be a long award show.
Yeah.
When I was like, when you said these smaller creators who don't have the follow, like,
Oh, but that was very specific because there was people like Nick who had let's say Nick has 2 million followers, and then he would be up against, or I should say, someone else that's smaller. Say they have 150,000 subscribers is up against someone who has 2 million subscribers. So I feel like it should be like plus 1 million plus
Yeah.
versus like say 50,000 to 999,999
Yeah.
type of thing.
so,
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So should we open up more categories like that? It'll be a long award show. Or does that sound like too much participation awards?
I think that kind of. I think if they are in a pop category like Chaperone, then they just are pop. Like it's not really. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, I was gonna say
It depends if they create their whole own genre. Is that a genre to be?
JoJo
like
Siwa said she created
Gay
gay
pop.
pop.
That's true. That's true.
And everyone's like, girl, you did not
No.
create gay pop.
No.
And then, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
To
Hard
be
to say.
determined.
I guess I don't know enough about the categories that are there to really like have an.
They're pretty
opinion.
generic. Best country album, best
Album of
Latin.
the year.
Latin. And then there was a Christian, but they don't air those.
Yeah. There's a lot that they don't air too.
I would say keep it simple unless they're really willing to like go all in on these like micro categories. Because otherwise you're categorying a category of a category of a category.
That's what I'm saying. Is like,
Yeah.
do we create all
Yeah.
these
I would
categories
say
so
no.
everyone like kind of gets a chance to win?
I would
Or
say
is
no.
that just like
No. Because it really that I understand that it's a Grammy, but like is it really so serious to your career to have a Grammy? Like that's what determines whether you're
that
the
is like
best
literally what
artist?
they're striving for.
I mean,
Yeah.
I understand, but also like who cares?
They care.
They care.
Okay.
And I have a feeling that, you know, because they panned to Billie crying.
Yeah.
She cried.
Yes.
Why?
When Beyonce won Album of the Year
Yeah.
over her.
She had tears in her eyes. Yeah, she was definitely.
And everyone was like, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
if you look at her streams, she had more streams than Beyonce's Cowboy Carter album.
Everybody in that category did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So then everyone's like, oh, Jay-Z bought the album. And a lot of artists were like, oh, you can buy an album.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or buy an award.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they did. But supposedly.
How does he
allegedly.
have so much money? Is he really good?
He is like a top Forbes, like 100 people.
I don't know how.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how? Like, you haven't made a hit music since the
Like
2000s.
20 years?
Yeah. I can't name a
Unless
song by
he's-
Jay-Z.
Same. He did that one with
He has
Empire
got-
State of
Alicia Keys,
Mind,
right?
is that it?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the last one he did that I could think of.
Yeah.
That's not the last one he's...
That I could think of. That's the last one.
Him and
that
Kanye West had some really good bangers.
People are probably like listening to this just like, oh.
I know.
It's like, I'm sorry. I just am not a
Sorry,
Jay-Z
this is like
fan.
my,
Yeah, that's more your genre.
yes.
Yeah.
This is like
For
my
sure.
thing.
I don't know if any of the people that I listen to would ever be nominated for a Grammy. Sorry. Maybe Paramore, I suppose.
Maybe for like a single, maybe. But that's what I'm saying. So the Grammys, you have to nominate yourself. Your label has to
Just submit yourself
Yes.
to be considered. Yes.
and it has to hit a certain deadline. So like when artists are coming out with like new albums, like they're trying to hit that deadline for the Grammys. And then it goes through, I think they said 13,000 people who was going to choose who wins. So, but then the weekend was like, we need more diversity in the winning process. So they did. And then, then he came back.
I mean, I don't
He didn't
disagree
really-
with that, but then also, like, are they winning based on like actual popularity and not just because they're of a diverse background? Like, I just
That's what everyone's kind of hinting at a little bit.
Which is it? I don't know.
So like award shows, just I don't know.
I think if everyone goes into the mindset that it's rigged, then everyone will be happy because no one will be disappointed.
I wouldn't be surprised if next year, a lot of like the art, like Ariana Grande, I don't think attends the Grammys because she never wins.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I'm not going. She wasn't there, and I wouldn't be surprised if Billie Eilish.
She was at the Academy Awards or something instead, which a few days or whatever afterwards.
which is crazy because I'm like, you went there, but you don't go to the Grammys, so like that's so telling.
Yeah.
That she goes to other award shows. Yeah.
Like I said, Nicki Minaj, she'll never go to the Grammys because she knows it's rigged. Kanye West said he wouldn't go, but then did you see that
Oh my God.
red carpet
Yeah, why
thing?
was she naked?
They weren't even
Did you
invited.
see? Did you see the argument that they had? He's like, "Take your coat off." Someone did a bad deaf lip
A deaf lip read?
a deaf rip lead. No, yes, a deaf
lip read.
lip read of
The conversation that they were having while she was like turned around.
I'm having a stroke over here. Oh,
gosh, I
my
hope not.
God. Yes.
We are not medical
The
professionals.
conversation that they had before she turned around and dropped her coat and she's like,
like, "You
no,
want me to
I don't
drop
want
it?
to do
Okay."
it. I don't want to. But yeah.
Yeah, so there was I don't know what blind items are. Like, I don't know where people are getting those. There was this TikToker, Kyle Marissa Roth. She passed away. I don't know of what. But she would always do these blind items. And they were allegedly all true. So now people are like continuing with blind items. And one of them was the Grammys and saying that this certain artist was literally like offering his wife an hour of like her service. And it's supposedly Kanye West and Bianca
Whatever her name is.
Sensori.
I don't know. I don't even know who she is. I don't know where she came
I
from.
don't
But
either.
he was basically like pimping her out.
That's so sad.
Yeah. So I'm like, he doesn't care for her.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Just wanted to make a statement.
I'm of the conspiracy that that's not the real Kanye.
No, it's not. I'm on that too.
You cannot tell
Wait
me
a
that
second.
he came out with the song "God Is," talking about
Every day that I pray,
praise the Lord. Yep, and then tell me that he goes to the Grammys with his wife naked. You cannot tell me that. You cannot tell me that's Kanye. You can't tell me that's the same person.
I don't know, man.
No.
Like it's like
I don't know enough about it to believe or disbelieve your conspiracy theory.
So yeah, okay. Some of the blind items was like this permanent A-list rapper and his wife show zero affection towards each other. She made out with her bodyguard though, and it was Jay-Z and Beyonce. And then people were like, "Oh yeah, Beyonce's had this bodyguard Julius, and he's been with her from the beginning of her career to like he's still with her." And like I saw like all these slideshow clips of them, and they're like, "Oh, they're totally in love."
What?
Oh.
It's literally The Bodyguard, the Whitney Houston movie.
Oh,
Like
I don't know what that is.
she loves her bodyguard, but like she can't be with him because he's literally a nobody. She
Who
has to be
cares?
with Jay-Z. She's got to be with
She's
Jay-Z.
got to be with Jay-Z.
Why?
I bet even through the P. Diddy thing that she is with him.
So that was a blind item, and then the one with Kanye offering his wife to people, and I'm like, ugh.
What is a blind item?
That's what I'm saying. Like, how are people finding these? Like these supposed rumors.
They're like industry insides who have like the inside scoop, and they never are outright like saying it's these people, but basically it's like hinted at, and then they say like in parentheses, this is supposedly so and so and so and so type of thing. So
That's kind of what's coming out about the Taylor Swift and Blake Lively thing.
exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
A lot of
Yes.
industry insiders.
Yes.
And one of the blind items was Chris Brown. There was something about him.
Dancing in the desert, because I saw that on TikTok. And someone was like, imagine you're like walking through the desert, like thinking you're hallucinating, and it's just Chris Brown off in the distance, like dancing.
Oh. Sorry.
Maybe
no.
nobody else saw that. It was funny.
This
If I
other-
run across it again, I'll send it to you.
This other blind item. Speaking of being promised a win, this host thought the fix was in and he would win. He was not happy when he lost, and it was Trevor Noah that had best comedy album, but he lost to Dave Chappelle.
Was that many years ago, or
No, this was at the Grammys. They
Trevor
told him
Noah.
like, oh yeah, you're gonna win, and then he lost, and he was like super pissed about it.
who is that? Because I know that name.
Trevor Noah. He was the host of the Grammys. He had that show.
Oh, yeah.
The Trevor Noah Daily Show.
The British guy.
Yes.
I would have to look him up. From his name, I don't recall what his
He
face
literally
is.
looks like Chance the Rapper. Him and Chance the Rapper could be brothers. I always thought.
Okay.
This guy.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm just reading. Like, these are just funny.
Well, what about performances? Did you guys watch any
Chapel
performances?
Rowan nailed it.
She did sound pretty good.
She sounded awesome.
I wasn't,
I
like-
loved the dance. Now every time I hear Pink Pony Club, I'm like,
Pink Pony Club.
I wasn't like so impressed that
I
it
don't
was
know.
like
I felt like it could have been
it
better.
was fine.
Yeah.
It was. She sounded similar to how she sounds on her album, so good for her. I know Calvin's the same way. He loves Chaperone.
yeah.
I don't know. I always thought the
I'm just like,
Grammys was
whatever.
boring, and the
I wish-
performances were.
I liked Sabrina Carpenter's because hers was very like storytelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cute. Very cutesy, like a.
She had like 4 freaking outfits.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, which one? Anyway,
Yeah.
'cause she had the blue one, and she had that she started with. And then
Well, she started with the top hat, or not the top hat. The
I thought you're talking
Little
about her
suit,
singing
right?
performance, not her red carpet.
I'm talking about red carpet, like all the way
Oh.
through all the Grammys.
Oh,
like
I see.
she had so many outfits.
gotcha.
So.
That must be exhausting.
I'll have to
Well,
look
and so
that
many looks. I mean, her hair was different for each one. You know what I mean? Like,
Are you guys of the wig party or her natural hair
Totally
party?
wig.
you think it's
I
a
feel
wig?
like a wig too.
Not maybe a wig, but like
Probably a piece of some kind.
extensions and everything. You know.
Oh yeah.
Because do you think she would like jank up her hair, curling it and blow drying it and heat
That
styling
would be
it like that?
very damaging.
It'd be so crazy. A lot of Snapchats going on over there. Oh, Brandy, stop it.
We'll cut that.
Yeah.
I thought that was like them in the other room that are Snapchatting you in here. Oh my gosh.
Funny.
um.
What else about the Grammys?
Taylor Swift didn't win much. She won nothing.
I'm
And
not
I wonder
disappointed.
why Margaret Qualley was there.
Who's that? I need to just start Googling these people instead of asking who that is.
She was in The Substance, that movie that you watched. The
Marg-
Substance. Margaret Qualley.
Oh, she's the young girl.
Yes.
Yep, with the eyebrows.
But she's not a music artist, and she was dancing with Taylor Swift.
She was probably just invited.
Oh
as a
yeah.
guest.
Wasn't she yeah. She was sitting by
She was singing by Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. She had a white dress on,
Yep.
right? Yes, but who else was sitting by Taylor Swift? Another guy.
Her husband, Margaret. You should look up Margaret's husband.
Jack Antonoff.
Oh, Jack Antonoff. Okay, that
is
makes
that?
sense. Jack Antonoff is Taylor's producer, songwriter.
So that's why they're
Yes,
invited.
I see.
Yes,
He looks so cute and
I didn't know
dorky.
they were married. Yes,
They are
She
married.
looks
Yes.
super cash to be at the Grammys. She's like in a nightgown looking dress. Her dress looks like a nightgown.
Show.
You can't really see it super well, but it's like it's just like a pleated flowy skirt
Yeah.
and like a
I don't know.
tube top.
It's just funny when I watch red carpet events because some of them are just so casual, and I'm like, you have millions of dollars, and
dress up, girl.
like you don't want to put your hair up. Like
Yeah.
the hair back then was like everybody wanted like Carrie Underwood's hair because she had like the bob. So everyone came in like, did you see the award show last night? I want Carrie Underwood's bob, and I'm like, oh god. Okay, we'll do it. But like, I just feel like everyone was
also-
all put together really nicely, and like you just had to be careful of the next day because everybody wanted so and so's hair.
Yeah.
And now I just feel like it's just kind of like, meh.
Yeah. I feel like a big trend. Oh my gosh, I can't stop yawning.
You need a Milani.
Oh, I need something. The micro bangs. Lots of micro bangs.
I love micro bangs.
And then the bangs, actual bangs.
The jellyfish haircut was out.
Oh, the Miley Cyrus one.
And I'm like, really? I had the jellyfish haircut in high school on purpose. Like,
Yes.
because
On
I
accident?
tried to do the face framing.
Yeah.
And I literally just chopped into my
Yep.
ear or my chin. I'm like, what the fuck did I do?
Did Lady Gaga perform at the 2025 Grammys?
I felt like,
I think her and Bruno did.
oh yes, her and
Yeah.
Bruno Mars did.
Sang Die With a
Oh,
Smile.
gotcha.
No, they didn't sing that. They sang that Ma and Pa song, California Dreamin'.
Wow, I love her with the micro bangs.
She can pull it off, but she
It-
kind of has that creepy look.
She is creepy, yeah. She's a devil worshiper for sure.
Oh yeah, because she was with Maria.
Oh my gosh, speaking of devil worshipping. I forgot. I remembered what I was going to tell you
Yes.
before.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. So, what's her face? Alicia Keys at
Yep.
the Grammys. Yes. She did this hand signal thing when she was talking about like praise God, except she did this weird like hand signal thing.
Do you know what that's called?
And it's a devil worshipping sign, people.
Do you know the name?
And what do you mean?
Too scared to say the name.
Don't say it. We don't need to call that into existence
Yeah.
right here. But yeah, and so that makes me feel like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to do the peace sign again because they're on the same level and I'm not doing that. So peace sign's out, people. It's out.
And there's like another
We don't
one
invite
too.
the devil into this house.
Like when people have their hand like halfway in their coat, that's supposedly a sign.
Wow.
Because Nick, he like just did it. Oh no, not Nick. A friend of ours did it on the red carpet. You know, he was just casual, like didn't think anything of it. And the
'cause you're
comments
just
were
chilling.
like, "Dude, you're totally doing the hand signal. Are you part of the Illuminati?" And he's like, "What the fuck? No."
Why do you say it like that? Illuminati. You're so funny.
We've made fun of you for that before. I
Really?
think.
yeah, you crack me up.
Probably wasn't in the room.
Illuminati.
No, you were here.
You were here. It was on a podcast.
You were definitely here. So funny.
Well, how do you say it?
Illuminati.
Illuminati.
What am I saying?
Illuminati.
This is that vowel thing that I was talking to you about.
You're just as bad as Creed.
Yeah, you are. Scott Stapp. What a twat. Sorry. Hello.
Nick's like, okay. Leave the room.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So that was my thing that I wanted to tell you. Peace sign's out. We're not calling the devil
It's
into
not
this
even
house.
like really a peace sign.
It's like fingers together. Oh my god, I just did it.
You
I'm sorry.
did it.
I'm sorry. Lord forgive me.
Isn't
please.
that what they do on the Hunger Games?
It's 3 fingers.
Oh, the Hunger Games is 3 fingers.
That could honestly be Kalissa.
I've got to cut all of that.
What'd you just do?
You guys are blowing in the microphone.
Oh, well, we were supposed to be whistling. No, that was wrong. Good. You just didn't get the bottom note. Good.
That was
Good. You whistle in.
I can.
How strange.
Because I can whistle both ways.
Wow.
But I didn't want to blow in the microphone.
So you just
sounds like the Andy Griffith show.
You are like a person who plays the harmonica because they blow in and out and make sounds. Am I right? That's how people play the harmonicas. They blow in and out at the same.
Yeah, that's
They
me.
make harmonica sounds.
He's a professional blower.
Do you play the harmonica?
No, but I am a professional blower. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, jeez. Shoot. Cut that. Nobody listened to that part.
Oh, funny.
Rated X.
Anyways. Jeez Louise.
On to our second topic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm so
Let
excited.
me get
Okay,
my notes back
so-
out. Let me get my notes back out.
Kalissa, I watched a story and she had a caption that said, "This is the most realistic hospital." What did you say? Hospital
Medical show.
medical show. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I gotta watch it because I'm over Grey's Anatomy. I haven't watched Grey's in like years.
25 years. I don't think I've seen Grey's
They need to
Anatomy.
end it. Seriously, they need to end it.
I'm over it. I'm
And
done.
so I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. I have HBO Max. I watched it and I was like, OMG. This is so good. And I really like the titles of the episode. Like they don't just end it on the day. They're like, oh yeah, time to go home and clock out for the
No,
day.
this is like 11 to 12 a.m.
Yes. So like the episodes is like 8 a.m.
To 9 a.m.
9.
Yes, so it's an hour period of ER time.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm like, that is just so,
It's genius.
yeah.
Yeah, because time really does go by that slowly.
And that is
and
crazy.
yet quickly at the same time.
Yes.
Because you do so
There's
much
so
in an
much
hour.
that goes on in a
Yes,
day. And I'm
yeah.
just, I just felt like the whole ER thing like I've been to the ER a couple of times, and it has been like this, where people are like, I've been here for like 3 hours. Like, what's taking so long? And I'm like, geez.
I hear about that on the rant and rave all the time.
Yeah. But then, like, you think it, I mean, it's easy to complain about. Like, I've been here for 4 hours. Like, what the hell are they doing? They just, like, sticking their fingers up their butt or what?
Oh gosh, I hope not.
Right.
But that's what
Golly.
people, like, literally
Yeah.
say. But then
Yeah.
when, like, you see
Behind the scenes.
that stuff, and I'm like, jeez. So I was like, this is such a good show.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who is this main character? He was on ER.
Was
He
he?
was?
He was so young on
Wow.
ER.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to look him up.
Oh my gosh, yes. And I want Calvin to make
Because
a
it's
meme.
from the creators of ER.
Okay, send it to him. He did watch a couple episodes with me actually.
I need Calvin to make the stick figure that's drinking, like looking at the guy like, he ain't nothing. And it's got like the young guy from ER.
Yeah.
And then to him blowing his coffee out to
and it's
him
like
now.
him as
Yes.
And I'm like, yes,
The
he
chief
looks
medicine.
so hot.
Yes.
He's aged perfectly.
Yes.
Wow, I love that.
But there was like drama because they wanted to call it the ER like reboot basically. But
Yeah.
then the original guy who wrote ER, he passed away and said there will be no reboot.
wow.
I don't care.
Wow.
So they had to like work around it, and like they were almost sued because of copyright stuff. So
Why? Is it very similar to ER? I've never seen ER.
it's from the
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
writer.
Yeah,
right?
it's from the same writers.
Wow.
So it's
yeah.
like kind of the same universe, but not really.
Yeah.
I'll have to go back and
the
try to
writing.
watch ER.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I like am so passionate about a show, I Google everything about it.
We know. I love that for you. Saves us a lot of work.
Okay, least favorite character.
Oh, I got my whole list of characters right here.
Okay.
Black ponytail girl. Hate her. She's trash.
She
Yes.
literally reminds me of you, though.
Does she not look like Lexi from Grey's Anatomy?
A little
I don't know who
bit.
that is.
A little bit.
Yes.
Is that the one with the bangs? Okay. Never mind. I don't know.
She maybe had bangs for a minute.
Yeah.
But she died in the plane crash in Grey's Anatomy.
Okay, but question. So she's a know-it-all and she's rude. Okay, I understand. But also, she's like,
But that's a tactic.
but she like has no compassion. Am I that bad?
No. No.
Oh, I'm just talking about like the when she calls everyone like, "Hey, Huckleberry,"
Their nicknames?
the nicknames and like just kind of
Slow-mo,
yeah.
crash.
Wow.
Like she kind of calls them out for like just one bad flaw that they had, and she like just
Oh shoot.
I really hope she gets a bad nickname for dropping that scalpel. When that happened, I was like,
I'm like, ha!
Oh.
Like they could make a stupid nickname
Okay,
for her,
so
like Droppy or something.
at first, I was okay, so between her and the surgeon that she dropped the scalpel on, I was
Are you
sensing
getting lesbian
I was
vibes?
totally getting lesbian vibes.
Was that the Hispanic
Yes.
girl?
The one that dropped-
the
she
one that
dropped the
she
scalpel?
kept coming up from upstairs. The really skinny one with the long neck.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you getting?
Yes, I did.
Yes, okay.
Because they were like fighting, and then all
And then
of a
the
sudden they were
patient was like, "She likes you."
yeah, and I was like,
Yes.
ew, gosh.
So I don't know if it's like or like I like you as a student.
She keeps doing scissor legs. Sorry, is that not appropriate to say?
I don't know.
I gotta tell the people. Is that you're gonna be your nickname now? Do I have to call you that? Is that what? That's my MO is to
Just-
call you scissor legs now for the rest of your life.
Yes.
I don't know if it's like the quick wit humor or something that she has. And I'm like, kind of reminds me of Sarah a little bit.
Oh no, but she's mean.
She
I
is
don't
mean.
like
She is
her. I
mean.
really don't like
I
her.
really
Am I
don't like
mean?
her.
Oh no,
A
I'm
little
gonna have to
bit.
change my whole self.
No, you
Not that
you
bad.
keep
I
your,
will.
You
You are
keep the
not
way you
that
are.
bad.
That's really sad.
No,
What's another note?
The blonde glasses girl, is she autistic?
she is.
Yes.
Got it. Was that mentioned and I just
She
missed
mentioned.
that?
She mentioned it. I think.
She said her sister was autistic, right?
Yes, but
Yes.
she also what Asperger's, like she can't
Okay.
pick up on
Yes.
humor because when the
Yes.
one guy was like trying to do humor with her, she's
Yeah.
like, "Are you being dead serious about it? Because I literally don't understand." And
Yeah.
he's like, "That's a joke."
Okay, I really like her.
I like
do
her
too.
too.
Because my note was only like, is she autistic? Why is she so awkward? I don't understand.
Yes.
Yes.
But I just missed that part. Okay, got it.
I think she said Asperger's.
Yeah.
because
Got
they
it.
can't pick up on
Although that's not a proper medical term for it anymore.
what is it now.
It's like
just
level one.
autistic.
Level
Yeah.
Really?
1, 2, 3, 4.
High sensory needs,
Yeah.
low needs, high
Yeah.
needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
So just autistic.
Yeah. Because like even the way she like went and was like looking at her lava lamp on the stairs or whatever. That's like a sensory calming.
And then
love that.
was
Oh,
she
and
the
when
one
she's-
jamming out to a song?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's kind of like a little bit of Good Doctor. Did you ever watch Good Doctor? Mm-hmm. But he was
I've
full on.
seen TikToks of those.
Oh my god, it's really good.
I know. I love that kid. He's from Bates Motel. Love that kid.
He was the little boy from Chocolate Factory with Johnny Depp.
Yes, and Bates Motel.
Yes, I remember watching Bates. It was terrible.
Oh, I liked him though.
It's a terrible show.
I love him. Okay. No Chin Student Doctor. Sad. I'm
Who?
so sorry. No Chin Student Doctor. He kept getting the absolute trashed patients. He got shot in the face with blood.
Oh, he's got to change his scrubs all the time.
Guy
Huckleberry.
died. Yes,
Yes.
the guy died. He got
Huckleberry.
pee in his face from that
Yes.
homeless man.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
So-
that poor kid.
So that was the first medically inaccurate thing that I saw when they went to do the shot
Oh yeah.
for them. The only thing they put it on the inside of the thigh. It would be on the outside of the thigh.
Okay, gotcha.
That's the only thing I could come up with. And they went through pants. You wouldn't go through pants.
And I don't think that they would. So when they were doing their hold, they were holding him by like the upper leg, and I don't think that's accurate either.
Oh, you get
wouldn't
as many
hold-
people in there to hold.
Well, I understand that,
And you
but they
hold all
wouldn't just
over.
hold not his ankles.
His ankles
Is what
were
I'm
strapped
saying.
down.
Oh, okay, I
Yeah.
didn't see that.
Yeah, they
Okay,
were
gotcha,
they
gotcha,
were holding
gotcha.
his whole body.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so
I missed the
he wouldn't do it
ankle
through
straps.
pants. So would you try to take the pants off a patient?
They were already half
We
off
would've
because he
cut
had his
him.
wiener out.
Yeah.
No, I think
So-
he purposely.
No, but
I
people
understand, but
do
that's what I'm
really
saying. It's
like
like-
will threaten to pee on you. Like that's not super uncommon that someone would like try
They
to
should
pee
have
on
ripped
you.
his hand away.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Yeah. It's awful.
So sad. Poor kid. And then he killed that guy unintentionally. That guy died on his watch.
I don't
Felt
know
really sad
why.
about that.
I wish they would have gone more into why they think that happened because he did the EKG. That was the first thing I thought of. Is
They
like,
did kind of talk about it though. That it was like,
Well, guys, we've watched the whole episodes. Just FYI, this isn't just one episode.
yeah, sorry for the
Yes.
spoilers. But
Yes.
the guy, I forget who it was that he was talking to. I think it was the head guy with the nose.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Head guy with
he just has a really thin like nose and it's very bony.
yes.
I don't just
The
when I
main
look at
guy.
him- Yes.
Dr. Ta.
Robbie.
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 He has a thin bony nose.
Yeah.
Just call him
what was I
sexy
saying?
pants.
Call him Robbie.
Call him sexy pants.
What was I saying before? I forgot. Oh, when he was talking to him about it, he was basically like, don't worry, like no one else would have caught this because there's like a 0.1% chance or 1% chance or whatever of this kind of thing happening after all of these tests that we did.
Yeah.
So like, don't worry about it. It's
Yeah.
not like it wasn't your fault that you
Yeah.
didn't catch it.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like they really necessarily explained like what
What it
happened,
was.
but they did say like the ability for you to catch it was
What
so
is so
minimal.
small. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like that, I don't know.
That's interesting.
I appreciated that they put him in there, like being so affected by that.
Yeah. And
So-
I appreciate that they took the time after he passed to like have a moment of silence or whatever.
Yes,
So
I
is that
love
pretty
that.
common?
I've seen it happen once or twice, but usually we just keep going. Yes. But I will personally make an effort now that I've seen it done to do that and say something.
Well, and so the
The
girl,
old man really made me sad. By
the
the way.
girl that you don't like, what's her name?
I don't know.
I don't know her
Ponytail,
name.
black ponytail girl.
Yeah.
Her and Christina Yang from Grey's Anatomy
Yes.
remind me so much of each other because to them they just like want to get
They're
in,
sharks.
yes, they just want to get in there, do their thing, and then like zip next like a conveyor belt.
Yeah. Speaking of, how do you guys feel about her? Like that whole ending. Is it the last episode where she tries to go over
The attending
middle-aged guy's head, and
right.
with the blue eyes and the brown hair,
Yeah.
and about that little medicine with the cap.
Yeah, that's kind of
How
interesting.
do you feel
So
about that? Like, what's
curious to
that
see what's-
situation?
I'm curious to see what's gonna happen. With
Yeah,
that.
how that plays out.
Yes.
But what I'm saying, okay, just hold on.
Okay.
As I say, like her and Christina Yang, they're just like,
Getting
it's
after
just it's just a diagnosis. They don't
Yeah.
see the person as a person.
Yes.
And in Grey's Anatomy, what's the short lady's name?
Bailey.
Bailey. I think it was Bailey who was like, you need to have more compassion. Mm-hmm. You need to like, these are people, Christina. Mm-hmm. Like you need to show more compassion. And Christina's just like, I don't get it. Like I'm curing a heart. Like that's all I want to do.
Yeah.
Like no bedside manner.
Yeah.
And then this
But
show,
she was reprimanded for the same thing. Ponytail girl.
Yes.
and so then I was curious about Robbie when he was like, keep the bedside manner short, sweet, and simple to the point. And then he got mad at that one girl because she was just over
That was talking about the sickle cell.
saying
Yes.
Sickle cell
Slow-mo.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Like how to be like have that personal connection, but like I've got other patients too.
Yeah.
So
That's why he always says, sit down at the bedside. Did you see him scoot that stool in to the one? Yes. Always sit
no,
down.
the girl with the autistic girl.
Yes.
When she had to get lower and lower during talking to a patient when he was just like pointing at her like sit. And
She didn't understand.
she's just doing it so awkwardly trying to
Yes.
sit. And that's something I never thought about. You know, I'm just because everybody wants that care from a doctor. Like they want to be coddled.
Yes.
I don't know if you think about that with kids though too. If you kind of think about patients as kids, because they teach us that as like even parents, like to get on their level. Mm-hmm. So it's a similar, like that's how people feel connection is to be at the same level.
Yeah.
So it makes
I'm
sense.
not at the same level as you guys.
Oh, oh gosh.
I raised myself up from the chair to look down at them.
Tallest she's ever been.
Yeah. That's funny.
But yeah, that was something like just the similarities to that. Like some people are just like sharks, and then some people are like, oh, I want to do as much as I can.
Yeah.
And I feel like Robbie does it perfectly because
Yes.
He's the good middle ground
Yes.
between the Hispanic girl, I don't know her name, slow-mo girl, and
who's
Black
slow
Bunny
mo
too.
girl.
She's
Slow-mo is the one
The sickle
who
cell.
identified the sickle cell crisis.
Okay. Okay.
the other Hispanic girl that I'm thinking of is the one with the long neck that comes up from like radiology or something.
Yes. I need you guys to understand the sickle cell crisis. That is an insane amount of drugs that
Oh,
she
I'm
gives.
sure.
Like 4 of Dilaudid is so much Dilaudid. 1 of Dilaudid is so much Dilaudid.
We were Googling
that
it,
to
me and Calvin,
help
and it was crazy.
With the sickle cell?
The pain
Yeah,
from the
pain
sickle cell
management.
crisis.
I don't know what sickle cell is.
It's an issue with your red blood cells. So they like explode or something like
they're
that.
they're fractioned. They're
Yeah.
not whole, so they get stuck in like
They look
the
like little crescent
smallest
shapes
little
instead of-
arteries and like your joints and like your fingers, your hands.
So it inflames
Your
the joints.
capillaries. Yeah. Well, the capillaries, it gets stuck there and then it's a vaso-occlusive crisis. The blood can't get through. And so that's very, very painful when blood can't get through.
Okay, and so she's taking too much.
No,
just pain management.
you require a lot of pain medication, an insane amount of pain medication. So people always assume that they're drug seeking and they're not. It's just a very, very painful condition. And you need that to vasodilate as well.
to allow
so
more
that
blood flow.
Yes.
I know it was always kind of controversial in Grays.
Yes, it's hard because it happens in disproportionately to Black people. So they're already have it at a bias that they're drug seeking. So
That's awful.
yes, it is awful. So that's why they were like
They judged her, or
absolutely
they were like
right away.
manhandling
They were
her.
manhandling her, thinking that she was a drug. We got a drug seeker on our hands.
Oh, geez.
Yes, and it was like actually a serious crisis.
Oh my god, I never realized. That's insane. Okay, next up.
I don't know how to describe these people. 'Cause I can't remember their names. I just cannot remember their names.
Yes, I know Robbie.
The 20-year-old Indian girl, the young, what is
Oh,
she?
the one who
Student.
fainted?
The young student.
The
Yes,
one-
the fainting
Crash.
one. Yes. I thought she was a pretty good doctor and that she was knowledgeable and stuff like that. But I was very annoyed with how weird she was being about ankle monitor girl.
Yes.
That to me,
Well, you have
I
to-
that
kind of
storyline
sensed
was
a relationship
so annoying.
there too at first.
No, I didn't get it.
No? Okay.
I think she was just trying to be helpful. Ankle monitor girl.
I think she like when they grow because her mom's a doctor, so I'm pretty sure she had like this posh life.
because the mom's a surgeon.
Yes.
Yeah, and she's like chief of surgery or something.
Yes,
Crazy
like
thing.
high up.
Yeah.
And then so they're not gonna live in like a
There's-
dump. They're gonna.
Yeah, there's
she's
huge
gonna go to private
expectations.
school. She's she has that posh life. She
Yes.
doesn't know
The other side
the
of that.
other reality.
Yeah.
So when she saw the ankle monitor, she's like, "Oh
Yeah.
you're a criminal. What'd you do?" Like
yeah.
that's judgment immediately. And I think that nurse was like, "I can feel the judgment," but she didn't say anything.
Yeah.
And then with the,
The
whole
whole-
mom thing,
That pushed her over the edge. Ankle
Yes.
monitor. Red bangs.
Yes.
yes,
Ankle monitor, red bangs. I like her.
I mean,
I do
too.
too.
She gives me way more nurse vibes than doctor vibes though. Because she's doing what a triage nurse would do.
Oh,
Is
all
that,
of what she's
Is that
doing.
mostly just because of what she's like, where she's at with her residency? Because what did it say? She was 4th year.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that just to do
So
with that?
here's and I've never worked in a bigger teaching hospital. I have talked to a couple doctors that have watched the Pitt, and I've confirmed that this is actually how it is in the bigger hospitals. That mostly what these guys are doing are what nurses do in like like I would do in Mason City. So like the sedating the patient, the assisting with the chest tube. I wouldn't do a fasciotomy, of course, but I would, a lot of what they're doing is what nurses would do. So, but they're doctors. So I asked a doctor and I'm like, in bigger teaching hospitals, is it mostly the doctors that are doing this stuff? And they said, yes, they're drawing labs, they're starting IVs, they're doing all of the things that nurses typically do. So it is medically accurate.
Okay. Because Nurse Jackie, the nurse, was doing all of it. And
Yes.
then the doctor, who was the dad on Twilight, the vampire dad, he
Swan.
just made him like, nah, the nurse can do it. Or like, they made him seem like a
Charlie
bimbo.
Swan was on ER.
No.
Nope. What show?
It's Edward's dad from Twilight.
Oh, Carly's on.
Colin.
Carlisle.
Carlisle.
Yep.
Yes.
No, maybe it is Carlisle.
He was the doctor on Nurse Jackie.
I forget.
But they made him seem like a total bimbo. That like, how did he get here? And Nurse Jackie, she like was, she did everything basically.
Yeah.
So I'm like, geez.
Wow. What's the nurse at the round with the TV screens? She's the triage, right?
The blonde.
Yes, with the really good claw clip.
She's charge.
Okay,
She's the charge nurse.
gotcha.
Yep.
Because I was like, she's just chilling. Cool.
You think she's chilling?
Well, no, but she's just like kind of hanging out in that one spot, not really going around
I
doing
feel like
other
she's
stuff.
doing all of it.
I
She
feel like a
knows
lot of the
everything.
nurses are at the nurses station, and that's uncommon, I would say. Usually they're in the room doing all of the things.
Yeah, I didn't see a lot of nurses just around.
Yeah.
So
What did you think about the one patient story where like the two kids wanted to keep their old ass dad alive?
Oh my
that made me
gosh, that
so sad.
happens all the time.
I 100% understand where they were coming from.
I rolled the entire thing.
Really?
Yes.
I 100% understood. I
I get
totally
it, but then I'm
get
just
it.
like,
I feel like logically, we all want to make the right choice, but emotionally, in those kinds of situations, our emotions are so strong that sometimes it's just so difficult to like make the right choice. And it's hard when you're not ready. What? When you're not ready to let people go, I feel like it would just be so difficult.
my mom and I had this conversation, and she was like asking me like, okay, so if I was,
A vegetable.
yeah. And I'm like, I totally cut the cord. Like, sorry, Mom. And she's like, okay. And then Nathan's like, I will get a bubble for you. You will live at my house. You will be in a sanctuary. I will keep all the cords on you, Mom. And my mom's like, I guess I know who I'm going to
Yeah,
choose.
power of
to-"
attorney will be Nathan, not Hannah.
And she's like, Hannah, you're so heartless. I'm like, Mom, I'm just realistic. I don't know.
Yeah, I would never have let them intubate my dad. I can understand why they wanted to try the BiPAP, but like...
But then when the daughter was like really releasing her emotions, like, the son was like, Dad, you were the best dad.
Yep.
You took me fishing. You did all this. And she's like, I didn't have that as you. I was embarrassed by you. I was crying about that because I'm like, totally feel that because
Yep.
like moms and daughters have a different kind of relationship than fathers and sons.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I'm just like, she was the one that wanted to hold on because maybe she wanted to retry everything. But Robbie,
So that's what I'm saying. It's like I totally understand why she wanted to hang on.
but it was like on her.
Yeah.
Like,
It was for her, absolutely not for him.
Yeah.
Which is obviously the emotions of that won over the logical arguments of that whole scenario.
yeah.
But I totally get it.
I get it, but then I had to eye roll. Like,
Yeah, I know.
that whole thing. And I know, like, Robbie was trying not to eye roll, and he's like, okay, if you want me to continue to let him live, I will have to do this
Yes.
on him. I will have to, he will
It's
suffer.
painful. Why is he like this? Because he's in a strange environment and his hands are tied down and he can't breathe on his own. And it's painful to have a tube in your throat. And yeah.
So then I'm just like, oh, these people. But then I'm like, they have to show this because there are
Yes.
people in real life who are just like this.
And who need to have those conversations.
Yeah.
Because clearly your mom feels differently than what you would choose for her. So it's good that it brought up that conversation. And seriously.
Have you guys talked to your husbands about this? Calvin and I have talked about it in depth. Neither of us want to be on life support or anything.
Yeah.
I
me.
tell Nick all the time.
Kill me.
Just in the backyard.
Yeah, I'm like, do not waste our preciously earned money keeping me alive.
There's a difference. Some people get intubated and there's a chance that they'll
Yes,
come out
of course,
of it.
of course.
Yes.
But I'm talking like age.
We're
brain
talking
dead.
like the kid who
Yes,
overdosed.
Yes.
Like,
no blood from the brain.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, do
Do
not
all the
leave me on
tests.
life support.
Yes.
and-
Do all the tests and
Yeah.
make sure there is like literally no chance of like life.
Yes. Yes.
But,
and then let me go, baby.
But then when I like, the parent is old.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Like you're old. You only have so much in your life.
But we have those conversations every single time a patient comes to the hospital. If your heart were to stop, if you were to stop breathing, would you like us to push on your chest? Would you like us to do compressions? Would you like us to put a tube down your throat to help you breathe? Every single patient has to have that conversation when they come into the hospital.
Which is why then, was it the first woman from the nursing home that came in that had the do not resuscitate? Mm-hmm. Then they were like, oh, done.
Yep.
She's gone.
Yep.
Open.
Yeah.
New bed. Open it up.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So, yeah. It's good to have those conversations. Scary, kind of hard sometimes, but it's good to have them.
Yeah.
So everybody knows.
I just feel like this show is flying under the radar. And
Oh, for sure. I would have never looked at that.
That's why I'm like, I want to have this push out so it can get like more views, more ratings. So they're like, hey, people like this. Let's do
give us
season
another
2.
season.
Yes.
Because if it ends at season 1,
I already feel like I've missed enough that I would go back and watch the first season again.
Oh, yeah.
And I've just finished it in like 2 days.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just such a like, I need more.
yeah.
I need more.
Yeah. I hate waiting for shows by season. Every
Thursday.
Hate it.
Every
Anything
Thursday.
more?
Ankle monitor girl.
Yeah.
Red
like
Bangs.
her?
I really liked her.
You like her?
Like we said.
Yeah.
I thought she was like kind and she was direct and to the point. I
She's
appreciated
fast,
that
quick,
she,
efficient, personal,
yeah.
personable.
I appreciated that she had a history and then was like willing to share it and then willing to do better. And I love that. So, yeah.
And then opening up to that patient, that mom.
Yes. And
like
then,
getting them like real close to help. And then
Yeah. The Indian girl came in and
was like, yep, you're here to, and you could just see.
and she didn't do anything wrong.
no,
She really
absolutely
did.
not. It
It just
that-
was the wrong thing at the wrong time.
yes.
I
was
don't think
the-
it should have
yeah,
been from her. It totally should have been from,
Yeah.
the Red Bangs
yeah.
with the ankle monitor.
If she would have pulled Red Bangs aside and was like, hey, like, here's the paper. Like,
Yeah.
you can try to, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. The pregnant lady, the pregnant doctor.
I'm so confused.
I also, what the heck
Do you think
is
it's
going on with
Robbie's?
her
I
and
think
Robbie?
it's Robbie's.
I do too.
But okay,
What is going on with her?
Robbie's son
I know.
looks nothing like them. They did a terrible job at matching
Robbie's
characters.
son came in, I was like, who the heck is this kid? Even Calvin was like, who is this kid supposed to be? I was like, I have no idea.
Yeah.
And then
that
I
was
found out.
So confusing.
And I was like, what? Like, who was his wife?
He's got
Or
a
who
thing
was
for,
his lady?
for diverse ladies.
Yeah. I was just like, what's going on?
And then I'm
Who's
so
this
confused
kid?
because, gosh, what's her name? Collins is her name. The
Collins?
pregnant lady.
Oh, pregnant lady. Okay, got it.
So she was throwing up in the first episode, morning sickness. The nurse found out, whatever. But then she was like, I thought she was trying to hide it,
Yeah.
her pregnancy.
She is.
But then now she's like, oh, I won this $850. I'm going to get this stroller. Look at this stroller.
But she only
I'm
said
gonna
that to
buy."
the charge nurse. The
Who
charge
knew?
nurse.
But then
is
she
the-
like put her hand on her belly and was like, oh. And I'm like, which are you? Are you excited? Are you hiding this? Are you what?
I have no
can't-
she's
idea.
hiding it from Robbie.
I'm definitely annoyed
And
that there's
everyone
not
else.
more information in this first
Yes.
season about it because I'm like, who is the dad? What is going on?
But I kind of like that it's not just focusing on that. It's also
Yeah.
focusing on like patients.
There's lots of different storylines between
Very.
patients and the people working.
Would you guys have abandoned your mother?
Oh my God, no.
That made me really sad.
I'm so
'Cause
curious
she
to
was
see what's going
funny.
to happen.
But people do that. They'll have their parent come to the ER and they'll say, we can't handle them at home. You guys are going to have to find placement for them.
and they just ditch.
And then they'll say, we're not coming to get them. Yes.
They should be in prison.
Isn't
Probably
there
not.
an elder abandonment thing?
There
Or
can
no?
be. It has to be pretty
severe.
Yeah.
Because
pretty
I remember hearing
severe,
stories.
neglectful. Like
Gotcha.
they have to have.
I remember
yeah.
hearing a story.
But just abandonment at the. I mean, they made.
they
sure
literally
were safe.
tied
Yeah,
their
that's
mother, their dementia mother, tied her
Yes.
wrist to like the fence post so she wouldn't like wander off.
I mean, I get it. Listen, I'm not saying it's the right thing, but like I get it. If you have someone who what's that called? Elopes or whatever, like
Yeah.
imagine, like you can't even sleep at night because you have to have so many locks and alarms and crazy stuff everywhere so they don't run away.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
mom, she was on one of the search parties for, I think, an older person with dementia. Mm-hmm. And they had to search the fields and they found the person. They passed. And I don't know if it was I think it was in the field. But my mom, she freaking snooping because she wanted to make sure it wasn't her field because she would have felt guilty. Like, oh my God, that was the field that I was supposed to look in. And if it was that field, I would have, like,
Yeah.
I didn't do a good job searching, but it wasn't. And she showed up in her chore clothes. And the reporter was like, will you please do an interview with me?
Oh my gosh, is this when she had the bandana? Yes, I remember this. Did you send me this?
I put it on Facebook.
Okay,
and I'm like,
I
oh my
saw
God,
this, and
Mom.
I was like, oh, love it.
And my mom's like, I was like, no. I was just a search party. I like, no, I can't do an interview looking like this. And no,
she
I
was
don't.
cute. She was fine.
But the reporter's like, no, please. Like, I need someone to help me with the story. And see if that video still exists.
Oh, I'm sure it does. She's got like a little bandana on her little curly
Yes.
hair. It's cute.
That's her chores.
It's cute.
Her chores look. She's literally wearing her like cow coat and overalls and bandana. Dork.
Oh my gosh.
I love it. Well, that's all I had about that show, but I got to tell you, I'm like ready to watch it again because I feel like I missed too much.
What do you guys think about the abortion?
Oh, I was not excited about that.
And I think that, well, she just shoved Collins, so obviously
Shoved Collins.
she shoved the pregnant doctor. The mom did at the very end.
Oh, by the bathroom.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I did too.
So I'm interested to see what's going on. That's a huge legal thing if she would have actually taken the pill and the mom didn't consent, but she like misrepresented herself. So like,
But
how
then it wasn't, Collins, she's like this, I think she was too,
far along.
so like,
It's like a double whammy. Of,
it really
like,
is.
legal
It's
activity.
really
because
yes.
it's like the
She's
baby was
past 11
pushed too
weeks,
far,
and then the
past
mom
the weeks, and
was
then
actually the aunt.
Yes, it is
Spoilers.
messy.
Yeah,
So,
I'm interested to see where that storyline goes because
Yes.
I would imagine they wouldn't just leave the ER and then like, it's gone type of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see where that all ends up.
I'm almost certain that the daughter is going to, the pregnant lady, the pregnant teen is going to try to harm herself or
That's
harm
what I
her
think,
baby
too.
in the bathroom.
yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yes. So,
Oofta.
Yes.
oofta is right.
Yeah. Pretty crazy storyline.
Another crazy storyline.
All of them are pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mom with the overdose son, the brain dead son,
so sad.
she was on Grey's Anatomy.
Was she?
Yes.
She was a nurse.
yes.
She was they made her character so annoying.
Oh gosh.
Olivia?
What's that her name? It's not the girl from Iowa.
Okay.
She had a lesbian affair with Arizona.
Oh, yes. You're correct. Penny, isn't it?
Yes.
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 I have to specify a lesbian affair, not just an affair.
Just because because in Grey's Anatomy, like I don't think like lesbian relationships were like really out there.
Yeah.
Like Grey's was really
Oh,
pushing
this was
that.
early 2000s,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
I forgot
Yeah.
about that. That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
So that's why it was kind of a big deal.
I forgot. And I knew I recognized her from somewhere. I could not put my finger on it.
I think she was in Grey's Anatomy.
Scissor legs again. I feel so bad for the other girl that also OD'd and then was able to be resuscitated.
Yes.
I feel so bad.
And then
because
like
that
the
whole
father's
situation-
rage
Yes.
when she was like, "I got it from your son. Ask him."
Yeah, and then
I can't.
he's freaking dead, dude. Yeah, that was a
was
heart
like-
stabber.
Oh, and like that was their only child too.
Yes.
And I'm like, see, there's pros and cons to only child. Like,
Because they might die. And then there's no more of them.
no more.
Yeah.
Because the parents are. I mean, they could probably have another kid, but
I don't know. They look to be in their 50s.
but I was just like, Nick, what if our sons take drugs and they die?
That's a serious fear for me. I have real anxiety about my kids dying.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I hope they're not that stupid.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
tell me everything.
I know.
And
I don't really have anxiety about me dying anymore because I feel like Calvin will be fine. But
I just have intrusive thoughts. Like after I walked out, I'm like, oh, hey, see you guys. And I'm like, oh my God, that's the last thing your family's going to hear you say.
yeah.
I'm like, why did I say that? And then I almost got in a car accident on the way here. And I'm like, oh my God, this is it. It's happening.
I remember I was at someone's house and the teenage girl was off to go to like her basketball practice or something. And her and her mom was like, hey, Mom, I'm going to basketball practice. And then her and the mom would always hug every time she left the house. And I was like, that's really sweet. Like, if something were to happen, they were like, I at least got a hug. And then when it was my first time driving, I was like, all right, Mom, I'm leaving. My mom's like, bye. I'm like, bye. No, nothing or anything.
Oh my gosh.
Screw you, Mom. I'm just kidding. Just
Well,
different.
Wowza.
Yeah. My dad would always say, drive safe. He would never say, I love you or anything like that. He would always drive safe. And it was like, that was his version of it.
I love yous.
Yes.
I don't think I
feel
got
like
anything.
I don't really remember anything specific, but I feel like now having been with Calvin for a long time and being like intertwined with his family, they hug a lot and say I love you all the time. So I feel like I say I love you a lot more now to my own family. My mom and my sister. So.
That was like a TikTok thing. It was like when you grew up in like an unloved kind of like, not unloved, but
Yeah,
like,
I wasn't
Yes.
unloved. Sorry, Mom.
I was loved, but like different kind of love.
Yeah, we weren't like super showy about it. Like we've talked about this maybe before when like the holiday episode. Like back when I was a kid, we didn't really say like thank you all the time for every little thing. Mm-hmm. But I feel like Calvin's family does. And so now I have to be like really conscious of being like, okay, thank you. Like for every little thing. Otherwise they like might be offended or something. I don't know. You know?
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
interesting.
Yep. No hugging, no kissing, not really I love yous. And then when I went to Nick's family, hugs, kisses,
Yeah,
I
Brandy's
love
a
yous,
hugger.
like all the time. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm so overtouched.
Yeah.
So me and Nick had a long time like trying to like,
Figure that out.
yeah, I'd be like, keep your distance. I was like a cat. Stay away from me. But now I've gotten used to it.
I can still see that though when I see you with Brandy. Like she's a big hugger and you're not, and I can like see how awkward you feel like
the tension.
doing hugs with people.
And Nick's
so.
dad is always like trying to hug me, and I'm like, ugh,
Yeah,
off me.
yeah.
They know I'm uncomfortable, and they do it just despite it.
Okay.
Jerks. And on that,
And on that note,
watch The Pitt.
watch it.
Let us know what you think about the Grammys.
Yeah.
Rigged, or it's totally like, yeah, I totally understand why they chose that album over this album.
Yeah. Hannah will post in the stories.
Yes, I would post everything.
Always check out the stories on the very first day that the podcast airs because they are lit.
Thank you.
Let's try to have. Can we say to have a screenshot of each person from the pit so everybody knows who we're all talking
Yes.
about? Because I guess like Red Bank's
Oh, I
ankle
could
monitor
do
girl
that.
isn't quite as.
I could do
descriptive
that
as-
on the YouTube.
Ooh.
Okay, great.
That's super
Perfect.
easy, just like I did with our Disney characters.
Yes.
Yes, that'll give
Yeah.
me something to do.
Perfect.
Perfect. 10-4.
And then you can tell us because I don't know. No, just forget it. All right, moving on. Goodbye.
Okay.
Bye, people.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.